Haha.
Okay. Egyptian pharaohs used to adorn their Cleopatras in jewels and shampoos. Kings would embellish their queens with tiaras and robes. Since the beginning of time, men have always viewed women as property and make them pretty as possible. They always chose the prettiest girl to be their king, queen, princess, whatever. They use a gift and men take advantage of it, and women spend thousands of dollars every year to make themselves more beautiful because they're not okay with themselves. The death campaign for real beauty was out to change that. These are the sources I used, many of the ones I used before for other presentations. Their site, about the fund, case studies, activity, mostly it's from their website. Of the many other organizations that contribute to the revolution of redefining beauty, one that has not been fully recognized is the Death Campaign. I can guarantee you, all of you have never even heard of it until my recent speeches. I'm providing tribute to the Death Campaign because they have encouraged women to be comfortable with their bodies, have organized organizations to disperse money, and influence society by changing the way the world views women and redefining the term beauty. The Death Campaign believes that every woman should feel comfortable in her own skin, whether I am black, white, tall, skinny, fat, whatever have it is. Eating disorders. Here's just a few statistics. Like, for 42% of first through third graders are on a diet, or they're too fat. And 92% of college girls attempt to control their weight by dieting. I was dieting, I was working out for a while. Like, most girls use some form of eating, like control of their eating, working out, or whatever. There's a serious problem with our society if this is what we're laid out instead of schoolwork. Commercials we see on TV. Like, we'll see Victoria's Secret, right now it's Christmas time. Victoria's Secret commercials, these girls are in their huge boobs, are hanging out, and like these cute little things. These girls are probably like 100 pounds. And you also see that Aqua de Joe commercial, they got the girls in that really skinny bikini. That's not, people don't look like that ever. So the Death Campaign set out to make it, this whole campaign came out in 2004. They used real models. These women had kids, you can tell they've had these stretch marks on them. They're bigger, they're full-figured women who are curvy and have big boobs and a big butt and everything. They're not the size 2 models you're used to seeing on TV. You've also seen the statistics that I just showed you, so what can you do? The Death Campaign has set up an association to disperse funds that are donated. The charity in the UK just gives money to an association that gives money to people with eating disorders. The eating disorder, that particular organization doesn't give them to people who are affected by it, but it gives them money to their families who are affected and the professionals, and they don't give them to people that actually have it. Together with, like, they are together with the Boys and Girls Club, Girl Scouts, and the other Girls Incorporated. They have brought activities into their clubs to educate girls that just because you're fat or you're on the bigger side or you're too skinny, that doesn't make you, doesn't define you. Your size doesn't define you. They have brought activities out just like help girls with their self-esteem. Like, I know for one of them it said that they brought out activity for, it was for a mom and her daughter who had issues that, you know, what do you think makes you pretty? And like, no, that's not what makes you pretty. Because apparently, you're pretty the way you are isn't good enough anymore. This says the Dev reached over 7 million girls so far with this program. It has set a goal of reaching 15 million girls in the next 2 years. In addition to the brilliant things the campaign has already done, and they have initiated, they have already set on their long-term goals. The Death Campaign for Real Beauty has influenced society by changing the way the world sees women and redefining beauty. They really want to concentrate on what the schools have to say. Like, you know, when you're in kindergarten, you go to these programs saying, you know, bullying is bad. They're bringing into the fact that, you know, they separate the boys and girls, you're pretty this way you are. We don't change anything about yourselves. And parents, toddlers and tiaras is a prime example. These women are, I don't know how to explain what they're doing to these kids. They're making them think you're not pretty enough, so they're giving them fake teeth, putting wigs on their head. They're not pretty enough to be in the beauty pageants. So they want to influence the schools and the parents to change that. The activities I mentioned distracted young girls from being the modern definition of society's modern definition of beauty. So I'm a 10-year-old girl who has body issues, and my mom's going to tell me, here, these are activities we can do together to make me not focus on the commercials I see on TV like Victoria's Secret and Aqua de Joe. And they also have a new campaign that came out last spring, I guess it was, the movement for self-esteem, which more emphasis on self-esteem issues. Not the beauty, it's kind of more of the depth than the beauty one. That one just focuses on like personal self-esteem, like I'm not just looks, but I'm not smart enough. I'm anything. By redefining beauty and encouraging the way society sees women more than just Barbies, the campaign has set the bar high for up-and-coming organizations that want to change the world. To summarize, the Duck Campaign for Real Beauty deserves a tribute because they encourage women to be more comfortable with their bodies. They also have organized other associations to disperse money where it needs to go for those who are affected by eating disorders and what have you. And they've also influenced society by changing the world the way it sees women and redefines beauty by their new commercials with their full-size models. In conclusion, I feel that they have done an excellent job. They should be inspiration to those who want to become a new up-and-coming organization, because they've made so much publicity for Dove alone, but then they've put more emphasis on why I'm doing this. They've put it out and open, like what they're doing and why. You always hear of organizations out to change the world, like the NRA and PETA. We've all heard of those two, but you don't really hear of this one very often, but they're actually starting to be noticed more. And personally, that one hits a lot. Duff Campaign hits closer to home than the NRA. Probably not this home, but in the PETA, we like to eat meat. It hits closer to home. Like most people are affected by eating disorders and self-esteem than PETA. Without passion of these involved, thousands of women, both young and old, would go to the knife, exhaust themselves in the gym or whatever. This is telling me that this girls that it's okay to be who you are, and that's what they want to get across. Though Dove efforts have moved the needle in a positive direction, there's more to be done, and they continue their hard work towards their goal. So they're still pumping out money and dispersing it. They want to make the best possible influence they can, and they've done that so far. And I hope y'all can get involved. Thank you.